Hi everyone, my name is Alexandra Shliva. I'm the community manager at Wellma. Today I'm talking with Carolina Cordovez. She is an art therapist, and I got a few questions for you today, Carolina. Thank you so much for coming on. My first question is, since you are doing art therapy, I see you also do somatic healing with the art therapy. Would you mind explaining us a little bit what art therapy is?
Yeah, for sure. Thanks for having me first of all. And yeah, art therapy is a mental health profession, and I like to explain it as the use of art making and the creative process. So think drawing, painting, coloring, collage. I like to include creative writing within that. That is all used as a tool to support the client in the therapeutic space. So the art making can take on different forms. So it can be used to maybe manage a feeling or an experience that's coming up for a client in the session. It can be used to gain clarity on dynamics. So, for example, if we're talking about something related to family, we might make some figures out of clay to describe each family member. And then from there, it gives us like a different perspective. Sometimes the art making can be used as a form of release and or self-soothing. So let's say we're talking about an experience anxiety in the session, right? Being able to use the art making to get that out or to express that in a way that sometimes language or only using words doesn't feel like enough. So that is kind of my background in art therapy and how I use that in sessions. But along that journey, I started realizing that so much of clients' experiences and just our human experience presents itself in our physical bodies. So, in the form of sensations. And I started using what I call somatic healing in addition to that, right? So, using principles based in mindfulness as a way to come into the body to understand our physical experiences that we're having as a result of daily stressors, anxiety, past trauma, because so much of what we experience in our day-to-day lives is held in our bodies. So I found that using the art making helps kind of guide that process also to help those that are really struggling to understand their own experience or even just manage their symptoms on a day-to-day basis.
Amazing. What a great answer. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, I can see how the two combined are powerful together.
hmm Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it really makes a difference with clients in the sessions to just be able to kind of really get the body involved into something that we tend to just kind of keep in our minds and take up so much space there.
Yes, definitely. Definitely. Wow, great. So, would you tell us a little bit like how does it help people? Like if you maybe have a success story or like maybe how it helped you, like how does it help someone?
Yeah. A lot of the clients that I see, and just personally, I think, as I was saying before, there is so much of our mental health experience that we try to talk about and figure out and understand. And I do think that definitely has an importance. But I think so often, at least in Western society and how I've always grown up, is again so rational and so in our heads that being able to do something that gets us out of our heads, into our bodies, to tap into our creativity, to tap into our human experience of sensation, I have just found that it produces such beautiful healing results for people. So, a lot of times, the clients that come to me have maybe been in traditional therapy and they felt like, again, they've figured it all out, but they still have these really severe symptoms coming up in their bodies. Or they may even start to develop health issues as a result of their past experiences, their past trauma. And so, being able to come into the body to heal, to resource and find coping skills within ourselves and within the creative process, I think it's something that it provides a lot of value to people who feel maybe stuck in their healing journeys.
What advice would you have for somebody starting to explore holistic wellness and maybe for the Wellma community, if you have any advice for them?
Yeah. I think it's really important to go with what feels good and right for you, right? So if you have the chance to maybe talk to the practitioner before, whether it be a Zoom call, a consultation call over the phone, I think it's something really important to be able to kind of feel into and see if that person aligns with what it is that you're looking for. Um, all within reason of maybe there being some fear coming up, but still an openness and a desire to explore something new. I know for me in the past, when looking for a therapist, it was always helpful to kind of tap into, okay, how does this person feel to me, right? Do they feel safe? Do I feel at ease when I'm with them? Do I feel excited to talk to them? I think all of that is really important when kind of diving into whether it be a new modality or a new practitioner also.
Yeah, I guess the body lets you know, right? Like
Yeah.
you can really feel if it's right for you or not, if you're relaxed,
Yeah.
nervous, or yeah.
And I think no matter how detached or how uncertain you may be of your body's signals, right? I think we all have that in common that when you're with someone that feels good for you, you just kind of know instantly. And
Yeah.
I think again, that's something that it's so important to pay attention to, especially when we're finding support on our healing journey.
Yes. Excellent answer. Thank you. For everybody watching, you can find Carolina on the Wellma app and reach out to her there, book a session with her. You're doing online sessions, right? Or like you have,
Yes, both online and in person.
yeah, great. So thank you so much for doing this interview, Carolina.